everyone, it's Anna here, and this is a tutorial created for the Cut Shoppe. The Cut Shoppe is the online shop that sells the silhouette and other cutting machine cut files. So if you are in a need for any cut file for any occasion, check their Etsy shop. And today I am using 12 by 12 background cut file called Flower Power. I will link it in the description box. And I am going to create this very springish and juicy layout with the picture of the bee flying toward the flower that I snapped. Maybe it's not a bee, I'm not sure, I am not an entomologist. Maybe it's some other similar kind of an insect. So if you are familiar with insects, don't blame me for not knowing what is that. It's just a bug. And I started with cutting out the background with the white cardstock. It's American Crafts white cardstock, and I really like working with it over my silhouette cameo because it cuts easy and doesn't divide into layers when you try to pull it out from the sticky craft mat. And I used Distress Oxide picked raspberry color to paint it, and I used a sponge to apply the ink over the cut file. And Distress Oxide inks has this special feature that when you wet them, they start to oxidize and they change the colors. So I splashed the background with a little bit of water, and now I'm picking up the water, and as you can see the cut file cutouts start fading in some areas, and I really like this effect. I also backed the inner parts of the flowers using the yellow cardstock, and I used most of it off the camera, so you will not watch me doing the same thing like 16 times with this cut file, only the 4 times. And I like this pop of yellow, and I'm working with Patio Party collection by Pebbles, designed by Jane Hatfield, and I'm going to back some of the flowers with this hot pink paper. Sorry for covering the camera image. I was looking for a sharp pencil, and I am going to back some of the flowers, not all of them, with this hot pink paper, and some of them I will leave just empty with nothing behind them, so you will be able to see the background through them. And I traced the flower, I cutted it out, and now I'm gluing it down behind my cut file. And as you can see, I backed 4 flowers, and now I will go and work with my background. I'm using watercolor paper because it can handle a lot of water, and I'm tracing my cut file so I will know where my flowers are and where the empty spaces between the flowers are too, because I'm going to paint flowers on different color, and the areas between the flowers using the green color. I am playing with the Distress Oxides in this video, so I used a picked raspberry color for my flowers, and I will use several other colors to create background. And now I'm checking which flowers are which flowers should be pink and which flowers should be yellow, and I mark them with the pencil. And I am starting with this spiced marmalade oxide. The color is more like a light orange color, and I applied it over the acrylic block for stamping. If you have this special mixed media mat, you can apply it directly on the mat and pick up the color from the mat. I am going to buy some of the mats soon for me because I hate the one I have from IKEA. It does protect the desk, but it also waves when you use the heat gun, and it's very ugly and dirty. It's not easy to clean it, and I'm hoping to buy some mixed media mat very soon. I used spiced marmalade and picked raspberry, and now I am using a green distress oxide. It's a twisted citron, I think the color is, to paint between my flowers. And as you can see, the distress oxide, which is very fresh green color, when you activate it with water, it oxides to more yellowish green color. That's why I will add a little bit of peacock feathers color, I think, to mix those two colors together, or maybe a cracked pistachio. No, it's a peacock feather blue color, and as you can see, you can mix them together to create new shades. And I am applying a little bit of this darker green here and there because this light green was just too light. And with the distress oxides, there are very fun features. So they change the color when you add water, and you have to remember that they will continue changing the color after your project is done, and they will fade a little. So it's a fun feature, but if you don't want to have it use watercolors or regular distress inks, remember that with the distress oxide you can never predict the final result. And after my background is not dry, because I want to mist to spread a little bit, I am splashing the areas in the similar colors. So I use the citron green mist for the areas where I have green, and I use the butter mist for the areas with the orange flowers, and the pink color with the areas where I have pink flowers. And I let it to dry before I applied my background. I will also add a little bit of thread behind some of the flowers, and I am using the thread in yellow and pink colors, and I just applied a little bit of glue in the middle of the flower because some of them you can see through them, so I don't want to have a glue visible. And I will also not back every flower, it's just some of them with the matching threads. This is something that you can easily add a texture to your project and some another color and interest in the areas you want to add some special accents. And I am gluing down my flowers over the thread, and you can see the thread through the flowers. It's not that visible, but it's there, and when you touch the layout you can feel it under your fingers, which is also great. And my background is ready. It's time to embellish the page. I am using the picture I printed. I am backing with a white background because I like frames around my pictures. And now it's time to play with pattern papers to create kind of a background under the picture. And the patio party collection is filled with springish colors. So we have greens, we have yellow. Actually, this yellow is a piece of cardstock that was lying on my desk, and I thought that it was time to use it finally. And it's just time to play with what I like and which I don't like by backing the picture with different shades of colors. And this is something I can't really advise you about, because you just have to try and find the perfect solution for each picture. So you just add layer and layer, and if you don't like the layers, you take out some of them and try to replace them with another pattern paper. But it's also fun to add some pieces of white cardboard or some foam or something that will add dimension to the page and create more dimensional layers. And this is how it will look at my project. So I have pink, yellow, green and black for the accents. And now I'm looking for some fun embellishments all over the collection. And I will add some tiny bees that are included into the patio party collection, and I really like them and they matches my theme perfectly. But I will also have to glue down the composition because it's not glued down yet, and it's time to do this. As you can see, I'm trying not to move the composition too much, and I am applying layer glue under each layer very carefully because I don't want to start composing all over again. And I only applied a little bit of glue in the middle so it will all hold, but it's not glued that perfectly. And I also added a little bit of cardboard under the last layer, so I have like 3 layers under my picture. I will also fussy cut some of the flowers from this flower paper from Patio Party collection. It's my, I think, 4th voiceover today, and I feel a little bit worn out with talking about what I'm doing, but well, I didn't have time to do this over the weekend, so I have to suffer right now making multiply voiceovers, which is something I do not like too often. I prefer making voiceovers only for one video at a time. So sorry for my voice being so worn out. It's not because I was talking to myself for like a hour and a half right now. And now I'm looking for some elements to create a title, and I found those foam tickers from, I think, some of the collection by Chumel, Little by Little maybe, and it has the white side and the black side, and I colored my word happy with pink Distress Oxide because white was just too white. And I am searching for letters to create the word bee like an insect, so it will be bee happy, and I wanted to use those yellow stickers, puffy stickers from, I think those are from some kit with embellishments. Oh my god, I forgot the name. No, whatever. I will not remember it right now. And I am creating Be Happy, and this B doesn't have the proper E. I have to create it with the F and a little piece of other letter because I was running out of E's in my alpha set. And now I'm adhering my tiny bees all over my page. I have a lot of flowers here, and I really like how whimsical and springish this page is. Is the word springish over there? How spring it looks? I am not sure if I am saying it correctly. And I don't want to over embellish this page because I really like how it looks. I don't want to cover my flowers. I didn't work. It's not that you work for the background so hard and then you cover it all. And I will also add black splatters using regular black drawing ink. It costs less than $1 in our shops because I want to have the connection between the black stripes over the bees. And that's it. Here are the few close-ups. You will find all the materials I used in the description box below. Thank you for watching and see you very, very soon. Bye bye.